Once upon a midday dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this, and nothing more." Distinctly I remember it. It was in the bleak December. I remember it so fondly. It was in the bleak December, and I had just finished the burial site of my wife's grave, Lenore. My wife, Lenore, and her grave were finished. Oh, Lenore, if only you could see our house like this. But sadly that never came to be. But on to important matters. Who could be at the door? I pondered, wondering whenever I should open the door. Who knows what could have been behind it? "Sir, or madam, please forgive for my hastiness. I was nearly napping when you came tapping and rapping at my door, and I was wondering whether I should open it. I know it sounds weird, but I don't know. No, please forgive me." I opened the door, but there was no one there. Just farm animals in the distance, like a normal day. Probably some kids from the neighboring town playing a prank. I went over to my wife's grave. Oh, Lenore, if only you could see this place. You'd be so proud. I retreated back into my chamber, sat down to think what all this could mean, when suddenly the tapping came again, only louder this time. If this is those kids again, you better not be doing anything stupid. I opened the door, and in stepped a chicken. A chicken? Hey, get off of that. This is my personal workbench. Hey, stop it, you're messing this up. What was wrong with this chicken? Could he not see by my wall that I was a famous chicken hunter from the days of old? I had hunted chickens all my life, but this chicken was ridiculous. You're such an idiot. Why would you come into here? Don't you know who I am? Hey, I'm talking to you. To who can I call you, Sir Chicken? Quoth the chicken. Nevermore. Nevermore. Strange name. He must have learned it from his old master. His master was probably sad or something. Okay then, Mr. Nevermore. To what can I owe this visit? Nevermore. It seemed that's all he could say. This was a very odd chicken indeed. Can you stop crawling everywhere? This is where I sleep. And get off my books. I worked hard on collecting all of these. Now where are you? No, stop it. You are wearing me out, Mr. Chicken. What, where? Will you please get down? This chicken was very strange. I looked into his eyes, and I saw the eyes of a demon. But other than that, the eyes reminded me of Lenore? My beloved Lenore? Now I understood completely. This chicken was a reminder of my lost Lenore. I want to forget Lenore. You must leave, sir. Nevermore. You must leave. This Mr. Nevermore. You remind me too much of my wife. Nevermore. Lenora's my wife, and you remind me too much about her. You are a symbol of never forgetting. I have to forget in order to continue with my life. Nevermore. Prophet! Thing of evil! Leave at once, or I will kill you! I took a bow from my display. Leave now, or I will kill you! Nevermore! What the heck? I don't know how that happened, but you're gonna die now, fool. Stay still. What? Come on, I have you dead in my sights now. It was as if this chicken was using his evil power to manipulate me into missing him. Who are you, prophet? You are evil, but you are a prophet still. Leave now, or I will kill you. I will not ask again. Nevermore. I can't stand this. Gah! Why did you have to come into this place? Gah! Why? Why? You have to leave. You remind me of my beloved Lenore. And the chicken, never fitting, still is roaming around my house as if it is his own. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight over him streaming throws a shadow on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.